Right? Yeah. So this bull came along, and our next hunt a couple years later, and she dropped him. It was beautiful. I was there. So thank you, Mary. We got to keep rolling here.
Now we come to our friend Crystal here. She's with the Parks and Wildlife, and I'll let her tell you who she is.
Hi. So when you look at me, you might assume my barrier to hunting is the color of my skin or the fact that I'm a woman. And once you get to know me, you might think it's that I'm an incredibly liberal millennial, or that I didn't know anyone who hunted growing up, was a part of my family tradition, or that I just had a baby last spring. You'd be wrong on all of those. So my barrier to hunting is that I actually had a really incredibly strong fear of firearms. So, can you, good, you're on it.
Hold that mic closer.
Okay, so my name is Crystal Egli, and I'm actually a videographer with Colorado Parks and Wildlife, and my job is to take videos and about our 41 beautiful state parks, wildlife management, conservation efforts, educational programs and opportunities, and outdoor recreation. And that's things like fishing and backpacking, snowmobiling, and hunting. And oftentimes, it may shock you to know, but people do that with firearms. So, 3 years ago, near the beginning of my career with Colorado Parks and Wildlife, I walked into the hunter education office, not because I wanted to hunt, but because I had been asked to transport a firearm to a video shoot, and I was absolutely terrified. And I was just like it's like giving me chills right now. I was just like panicking. I had a panic attack and I was crying, and I just didn't know what to do. And if you go to the next slide. So on the next slide, I don't know if you guys can see what's happening here, but this is a picture of me out in Unit 102 near Ray, Colorado 3 months ago, not that long ago, and I am kneeling over a white-tailed deer I harvested with a Ruger M77 25-06, and I hand-loaded the cartridges myself. So how did we get from that point 3 years ago to that picture right there? I had a series of mentors who had, not just one, I had a whole series of mentors who took their time and patience. One of them is standing right there. Hi, Matt. They took their time and patience with me, and I actually wrote down a list because I thought I wouldn't remember all this stuff. So they helped me learn how I could make a firearm unusable if I wanted it to be. So, just take a bolt out of a bolt-action rifle, for example, You don't have to keep the ammunition in the same vehicle or even the same building, They helped me practice for years with inert firearms from hunter education classes before I ever even handled one that could be loaded. They gave me a voice to speak up if I ever felt like I was in an unsafe scenario, and I learned that I was strong enough to leave if I ever felt unsafe. One of my mentors taught me that my fear could actually be my best protection. Hypervigilance isn't always a bad thing, right? And then when it came time, I learned that my friends and mentors wouldn't laugh when I, brought up these extra safety precautions. In fact, there was a couple times when some people said, I should probably be doing it that way. So, once my fear of firearms was under control, I was able to look at hunting from an entirely different perspective. And you can go to the next one anytime, now that people know that I can hunt. So I was able to see hunting from the other side of my barrier. And I like to say that hunting didn't necessarily change my values, rather it uncovered values that I didn't know I had. Hunting was never an option for me because I would have to be around people who had firearms and, like hold one myself. And it was that base fear that didn't allow me to see that, it's a really good idea to feed your family, whole, free-range, grass-fed, organic meat, it's humanely harvested, And my fears didn't allow me to see past the hunt to communities like Ray out what it meant to truly be a part of conservation. And just have a couple more thoughts. So my fear of firearms was a barrier, a true barrier, like I could not see to the other side. My mentors helped me realize that, I could be my own kind of hunter with my own unique story, and in turn, that helped me overcome my barriers. And every one of you can be a mentor to someone like me. You don't need people to become like you, okay? You just need them to become themselves. And if you're ever faced with the opportunity to mentor someone, just remember that it's not about just teaching them the steps to hunt. That's just going to get one person to shoot one thing one time, right? So there's a reason they haven't hunted before, and it probably doesn't have to do with the fact that they don't know how to read a big game brochure or they don't know how to field dress. So I just want to say, finally, listen more than you speak, and ask more than you tell, and let your mentee guide you on their own hunt.
Give it up for Crystal. A quick story, she actually videoed a hunt of Lisa and mine when she wanted more female footage. And when she came on the hunt, she looked at me and said, now if you shoot something, I'm going to cry. But Crystal came in from California. Like she said, she's a little liberal. That's okay, I love her. And so, but when she came and met us, and so I was like, well, I don't want you to cry, but if I get a shot at an elk, I want to take it, right? So anyway, she said we were mentoring her on that whole trip because we were having fun with our friends in the cabin. We were feeding her great organic meals that were elk we'd shot the year before. So anyway, thank you so much for sharing.
The one common theme that I'm hearing from each one of them is fear. There's healthy fear and there's unhealthy fear. My definition of fear is false evidence appearing real. Have you heard that before? False evidence appearing real. And all of these ladies have overcome that barrier of what they feared with outdoors and hunting. So that's the common theme I'm hearing. We met this lady 2 hours ago. I challenge you, of the 500 vendors sitting here at the ISE show, you are going to find only one lady with her own booth from down under, no place like us, or from Africa. That's Australia.
South Africa.
South Africa. She's an outfitter. She outfits, and it's her own business, her own booth, and she does it all by herself. This is Jill.
Hi everybody. So that's the introduction. I am an outfitter, the only active woman outfitter in South Africa that is also a hunter, professional hunter, and I run my business. I have my own game lodge and game ranch, safari lodge, and I have been doing this since 1993. When I initially started getting into the hunting world, it wasn't because I was a hunter. In fact, I was not a hunter like many of you ladies. I was the driver for the meat hunt. So I didn't hunt, I wasn't interested in hunting, I didn't want to kill anything. But my desire to please my dad drove me to take on an opportunity that was presented to manage a game ranch, and that's when my story started. I had to go do a professional hunting license course and get my permits. I was the only girl on the course, and I had 11 other guys all betting that this girl with long hair, mascara and lipstick was not going to make the course. I graduated top of my class. Nobody since 1993 has beaten my score of 99.5%. And yeah, I won a lot of money on that course because I backed myself. So that's where my story started, and for me, we talk about fear for these ladies. My fear was stepping into a predominantly man's world. Whenever guys came in camp, I was the last professional hunter to be recruited for that safari because it just wasn't cool to have a girl guiding you. But pretty soon, I faced my fears and I decided, you know what, I'm not going to let the testosterone bully me anymore. I was going to show them up. And that was my goal. So I really started taking on each client, and when you said, I get the girl, I'd say yes, and we're going to have fun. And by the second day, it was, I've got the girl, you know. So I've had a lot of fun. I did get married in '97. I had a wonderful husband who also taught me a lot about hunting, and he just made it look easy. And I have a son who is now working with me in the business. In fact, he is my main professional hunter now. He's 25 years old. So I just want to say to the girls out there, yes, we do walk in a man's world, but we don't have to take away our femininity. I still put mascara and eyeliner and lips on every single morning. I go out into the bush and I wear nice hunting clothes. You don't have to look like a slob. I pack a .375 rifle. I don't have to prove myself by carrying the .458. You don't have to be that. It's about bullet placement after all, right? So, yeah, I've hunted buffalo, I've hunted lion, I've been on elephant hunts, I've done it all. From a mouse to an elephant, I've been there. And I can sit in any conversation with any men and have a good hunting conversation. But yes, the challenge is being a girl in a predominantly man's world. And I just say embrace it. Embrace your femininity, work for conservation, because in my country, hunting is conservation. Unfortunately, if something does not have a value, it will not be preserved. So what's the point of looking after it? So yes, we are predominantly trophy